It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Speedway, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
It is www.mikeomarashow.com. Welcome to my living room show. I'm very delighted to have all of you with us today. It is, what is today's date? It is Thursday, Jan 14, 2010.
Oh, tomorrow's payday.
And let me tell you,
it would be.
It can be. It really can be. It really, really can be.
Whatever you want.
Sort of. Anyway, welcome to the big show. You know, we're all right. Jay. Thank you, Jay. So much to talk about today. We will talk about American Idol a little bit. Got some thoughts on that. Also, the Leno... Conan O'Brien thing. I keep wanting to say Leno Letterman, but it's not that. I just want to say a few things about Conan O'Brien. And, you know, as far as when you're in the world of broadcasting, in the world of comedy of any kind, this I label as one giant day of suck. Because you wake up in the morning, and what you do when you do this kind of program, and this is 6 rungs lower than circus clowns, but the fact is, the principle of this show is similar to any talk show you would hear on any subject. You deal with the issues of the day, and unfortunately today, the big deal is this Haitian thing, and I just wanted to say briefly about that subject that watching today. I'll give you one positive out of an absolutely catastrophic situation. You do feel good when you see those jets touching down from countries all over the world, from France, from Brazil, from China, and you see, you know, a true spirit of cooperation among nations, which to me I think is a pretty good thing. It's amazing to me how quickly the world has band together and gotten the aid to Haiti.
And what a break that, despite all that just mind-numbing wreckage, that the airport is still usable.
Right.
Because it could be that much worse.
Right. And I bust balls all the time with the Today Show correspondents. But I will tell those people, you know, when you talk about your Anderson Coopers, you talk about your Ann Currys, you talk about your Brian Williams, you know, those people, that's a tough gig.
They're doing
and that's a tough gig that, you know, they're sitting there having their dinner and, you know, somebody gives them a phone call and they got to be on a jet and go to this S-hole, you know, where people are bleeding and dying and it's happening every day. And I just respect journalists that tell us what's going on. I think they do a great job.
The most telling for me personally, one, is that my father is an epidemiologist. And he travels to these disaster areas at all times. And
because this thing will spread like wildfire.
And for all I know, he's might be on a plane there right now. I tried to call him this morning.
Can I play dumb and ask what an epidemiologist is?
It's infectious diseases.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
thank you.
Can I ask this question? One of the things I heard about this is that, you know, in an area like this that's so impoverished, you have these bacterial infections that lurk underneath the surface all the time. You get a situation like this, and you're going to have perhaps you know, this stuff running through the population on epidemic
no
scale.
sewage, no sanitation right now.
It's tough to contain, and what happens is it's a disaster. And by no means I'm not an expert. I just grew up in a household, and I've just seen my father, when these natural disasters happen around the world, the next day he'd be on a plane, or that evening he'd be on a plane with his team. That being said, when a natural disaster this magnitude happens, you get it twofold. One, you get it from the science end when you realize that, yes, you've got what happened physically, structurally, what's happening, but then biologically what happens days after if there isn't any sort of sanitation brought to place.
And you've got heat.
Yes.
And you've got people that are in this horrible environment. To start with, you've got squalor there anyway.
And rain on the way, right?
It could be horrible.
They said this morning,
definitely.
And then watching CNN this morning, 2 clips. One with Sanjay Gupta, which is one of the foremost medical correspondent for CNN, where he says he's been all around the world, war zones, and he's never seen anything like what he's seen. He's got choked up on camera. 2, you had a stand-up outside of a hotel where a hotel there that had survived the initial earthquake was running water to the villagers, if you will.
Right.
In the city. And villagers is just the wrong term. I apologize. The people that live in the city.
Right.
So they run water on a hose out there, and they pan down on the camera, and they've got a guy that's thankful, obviously, for the water, but he looks up at the camera and says, he holds up a water bottle and basically saying, thumbs up, and he says, need food, and then he does like this, the cutting of the throat. If they don't have food, then they could all die.
Right. Well, the issue is the communities around the world community is getting together to get some supplies in. The issue is, of course, how you get that to the people, how you get that distributed. What I'm confident in is that I do believe this is a case where the United States leads the charge.
Yes.
This is the case where you're going to get people on the ground that know what they're doing. Well, obviously,
Already
they brought our team in there for air traffic control to get the jets in there to start with. Say a prayer for these people down there. And, of course, you can go to redcross.org. Is that that's the website
Right,
think that I
exactly.
gave? Redcross.org to make a donation. And I think the Red Cross has already raised $1 million for this. So
lots of great charities, Doctors Without Borders. I mean, there are a number of ways you can give to help those people out.
Please do.
And I would ask, I am going to say this today, I'm sorry, but, respectfully, if you were thinking about doing something for this show today, please put it towards Haiti, because that's, we'd appreciate that. Rob's going, why?
What are you doing?
Rob's going,
Forget
why?
what I said about tomorrow.
Rob's going, why?
I should have come to my pre-show meeting.
Tomorrow, all bets are off. I will come on tomorrow and say, okay, enough.
Yeah.
That's the way.
But for this day.
No. Give a little back, guys.
All right, so I do feel good about the humanitarian effort. All right, let me just take care of this business first. We've got some show business to take care of. For that, I always defer to Mr. Santana, because we've got some new not interactive, but we've got some new content on the website, so that when we're talking about things, you can get to the media and you can see